Welcome to Unraveled on Sandy's Numerology. Today I'm looking at the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. To set the scene, I'm going to start with the day that the family arrived in Praia de Luz, which is going to set the scene numerically. The day they arrived was the 28th of April 2007, and that day alone has particular numbers that are going to continually show throughout, which is a 4, double 5s, and an 8. There are two other numbers, which is a 2 and a 1, which will also stand out throughout this. This is the day that at the airport, Madeleine McCann had a tantrum at the airport. And when we look at her numbers, it will actually show you the numeric meaning of what was going on that day when she threw the tantrum. What does the day mean? The day actually shows, with the 8 was an all or nothing day. With the 4s, it shows detail, it's about control. The 8 shows the aggression, but these 5s show argument. And it was all about power and control and drama and dramatics. And that was the tone of the day that they arrived. When you look at the numbers of the day that they arrived in Praia de Luz, it's very important to see whose numbers would be highlighted on that day. And what you've got is Kate Marie Healy, married McCann, was born on the 5th of March. So there's a 5 and a 3, which adds to an 8. And she was a 5 life path. In her married names, again, is a 3, a 5, and a 4. And her full-born names added to an 8. Madeleine McCann was born on the 12th of May 2003. And the 12th adds to a 3, and the month 5 and 3 adds to an 8. And her life path was a number 4. Right from the outset, for Kate McCann, would be her mirror, which would be Madeleine McCann, and would be her nemesis as well. Madeleine McCann shows independence. She's a leader, not a follower, even at a young age. Her life path 4 is very important because this was all about her control, and having a 4 life path is all about who's the boss and stubbornness. Being born in the month of May would show the argumentative side that she had, and that she could be difficult. But she was a child. And we look at her mother, who would have conflict in looking at Madeleine, and because she was the adult, she would have to show who is in charge. And you throw all of these numbers together, the 8 and the 5 and the 4 of the day, Kate, her 8, her 5 and her 4, and Madeleine's 8 5s and 4s. So I believe that right from her being born, we always have a child in our life which will be our mirror. And I always say a child has no baggage and can only learn from a parent and respond or react. Where a parent, instead of hitting a child, for example, if that child has your numbers, it means that you're not actually hitting the child, you're hitting yourself, because this child is presenting you to you. And Madeleine was definitely presenting straight at her mother to say who was the boss. What numbers do we have that are being highlighted here is Kate Marie Healy's date of birth. She was born on the 5th of the 3rd. The day that Madeleine disappeared was the reverse. It was the 3rd of the 5th. And the 3 and the 5 add to an 8. And when you add the year being 2007, that also adds to an 8. So the conflict of numbers between Kate, Madeleine, and the day were piling up. And when you have a negative happening, is because there are too many of the same numbers on the same day. What was the day about numerically? That 3 shows happy, celebration, collective, people laughing, kind of playing, having fun. But because of the 5, it brings in difficulties and arguments, and we bring in the 8, which is aggressive, it's violent. The 8 always shows physicality, so this can be when you throw your weight behind something and you do something, it's got extremes, it's all or nothing. So it can be injury related, so you could strain a muscle, injure an ankle, but it's physically, it's the bully. But the argumentative side is where things begin. And the 3 of the day shows the word mother. But the day that is a 3, where Madeleine had double 3s, mother had double 3s, Sean McCann had triple 3s, his twin sister had double 3s, his dad had a 3 as well, Jerry McCann. We then bring in this number 5. Gerald was born on the 5th of June. Madeleine was born in the month of May, which gives her double 5s. Kate had a 5 in her day, a 5 life path, and her Kate Marie McCann added to a 5. Then we bring in the other number, which is the day, which is the 3rd of May, which 3 and 5 adds to an 8, plus 2007 adds to an 8. Madeleine Beth was at 8. She was born on the 12th of May, which adds to an 8. Kate Marie Healy, 5th of the 3rd, adds to an 8. And Kate Marie Healy also added to an 8. So a lot of 8s on the day. And that means that the day was all about drama and dramatics and extremes and excesses. And you start to put this together is when you look at all of that in the collective, and the day would affect everybody that would have those numbers. But that day with him playing tennis was all about Kate having to organize much more of the day regarding the children, and that would bring in drama, dramatics, organization, communication, and extremes. But the 5 brings in a lot of difficulties, and the 5 brings in a lot of untruths. Between Madeleine and Kate, there were 4 3s, 5 5s, 4 8s, and then you add on the 3rd of the 5th, which adds to an 8, and the outcome of the day, adding the year 2007, is another 8. This was a bomb that was going to go off. And as that day played itself out, there was a lot of untruths that were spoken on that day.